What's up, Bulls Nation? Peck here from CHGO Bulls. We've got a pregame show on deck for y'all. Previewing tonight's matchup, Chicago Bulls, Brooklyn Nets. Round 2, Nets took down the Bulls 120-112 back on November 1st. Bulls out for revenge and might have a little luck on their hands because the Nets are short-handed. We're breaking it down coming up next. What if that were true? What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you from our CHGO headquarters here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That is Big Dave. Bam! BWL Sports. Uncle Will Perdue, 4-time NBA champ, man in the middle. Will_Perdue 32. And still holding down the controls while Katie is romping around Italy. It's our one and only friend, the Sarah Bear. What's up, Sarah?
I'm still here.
Still here.
Still here.
Still here. Still awesome. Still
Love
with
the
cool
socks.
shoes.
I was about to ask him. I like how we all immediately, our eyes were drawn to the socks. Are those Christmas socks or just green socks?
They're my Rick and Morty, holiday socks.
Oh, wow. How did you know that?
Because I saw them right there on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Like
there you go.
Pickle Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Pickle Rick.
Have I shown you my Pickle Rick Nikes before?
No.
Who's
I'm
Pickle
rock them
Rick?
for you. I'm
Will
put them
said,
on.
who's Pickle Rick?
A character from a silly cartoon show
Yes.
called Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty's an awesome show.
Your son might watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure he
cool.
does, but my son's also 21.
Yeah.
I'm only 24.
I mean, my brother
He's
watches
24.
Rick and Morty, and he's like 43.
I kind of assumed that Peck watched it.
I watch it sporadically, or if I'm with people who love the show, I'll watch it with them. It's not like in my regular wheelhouse, but it's like a hugely popular show.
Kind of in your
Colossally
repertoire.
No.
Showcasing the entire
No.
repertoire.
No, I just watch Frasier all the time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, no. What I've been watching now is the new season of Shrinking, the Apple TV Plus
Oh,
show
okay.
with Harrison Ford and Jason Segel.
I'm going to start watching. I just got 3 free months of Apple TV when I bought my new TV.
There you go.
I'm going to start watching.
Ooh,
and checking
Black
it out.
Friday?
Oh, you
Ooh.
better know it.
Speaking of which, segue Purdue, y'all, Cyber Monday sale still going on at our ALLCITY merch store. Check it out.
Thanks, Will.
Up to 75% off certain items, 30% off site-wide. Do your holiday shopping for the Chicago sports fans in your life. Do it for yourself. Treat yourself. If you haven't gotten that Rose Forever logo yet on a tee or a hoodie, whichever
Do
you
it.
prefer, or why not both?
Yes.
Of course, also the dope Sub-Zero shirt still available there. You can get the Die Hard shirt in Bulls Red.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Grab what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And do it at a wonderful discounted price.
Just
Also,
bought mine.
part of that is right now our $36 for 36 hours
Woo!
sale of becoming a CHGO diehard. It started today. It runs through tomorrow. Get it while you can. Literally hot sale, and it will be gone soon. A $36 annual membership to become a CHGO diehard with all those perks we always tell you about.
Woo!
I mean, that's $3 a month, y'all.
$3 a month.
$3 a month. That is an incredible deal for everything that you get for being a diehard. Sign up now. This sale won't last long. In fact, it will only last 36 hours.
I got on mine today. I did my shopping today. My brother-in-law also got some stuff from the site as well. So, yeah, we're going to be right. We're going to be right.
You're going to be right.
That collegian CHGO.
Ooh, that's right, baby.
Ooh, that thing is hard.
Uncle Will, how was your Thanksgiving? All good?
My
Thanksgiving
was
weekend?
Outstanding. Yep.
Outstanding. Come on, Purdue.
Did you survive without Bulls basketball for 2 whole days?
You know, I did.
Good.
Proud of you, man. Proud of you, Will. Who make the food? Did you make anything?
I clean.
Oh, okay. All right. That counts.
I'm the cleaner.
Okay. Clean the glass and
We clean it all, baby.
that's right. That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
so we go over to a friend's house every year. They do all the work. They're very kind. We try to bring stuff. We usually bring a dessert and a side.
Okay.
But we also, because my son was in town, we had the family over for lasagna on Saturday, which my wife made, and she comes from a big family, so there were quite a few people in the house. And then I clean during timeouts of football games.
So
I like that.
Down to a science when you do it.
Short little bursts of cleaning.
Yes, correct.
That is correct. Well, these damn commercials are so long now during timeouts. You can get a lot done.
So halftime is your time too. Also.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's when I got to walk the dog.
See,
Yeah.
You know, we got everything's on a schedule.
Down to a science.
Yeah,
Are you one of those people who finds doing dishes as part of the cleanup process of post-Thanksgiving like a therapeutic activity? Like, the
yes.
warm water, the suds, taking dirty things and making them clean. I love washing dishes.
I'm also one of those people that if I see my wife doing it, I know she won't put the stuff in the dishwasher like I want her to, and I'll be like, hey, babe, I got it.
Yeah.
You sit down, get a glass of wine.
There's nothing that
take
makes my
care of it.
skin crawl more than watching someone load a dishwasher all haphazardly and incorrectly. Drives me crazy.
I haven't used the dishwasher in I don't know how long. Bro. It's literally been over like 30
Big Dave
years.
uses every dish in his life once and just chucks it out the nearest window.
See, I know this is foreign to you, but I put it in a sink with soap and water and wash it with these two hands right here and do it like that and then let it dry.
Oh, see? Okay, so you got like a drying rack. Yeah. I am so neurotic when it comes to my dishes that I wash my dishes by hand and then put them in my dishwasher and run my dishwasher.
No, I know plenty of people like that. I know
exact
plenty
same
of
way.
people.
I do that.
She's
I
like
don't
that.
wash them.
Wheels like that.
I scrub them off and put them, and my wife's just, they get a little space there. No, we're good.
No, I always feel like a dishwasher was a waste of money. I really did. I was
but
like,
now,
I could just let them soak in.
according to scientific studies, your dishwasher will actually use less water than you when you're washing with your hands.
I'm going to need those scientists to come hang out with me and see how I do things.
Because do you leave the water running while you're scrubbing?
No. Not when I'm scrubbing, no, because I let it soak.
I call BS. You turn the knob of your kitchen sink on and off in between each dish that you wash?
Yes.
That's outrageous.
Absolutely I do, dog. Absolutely.
That is a bald
What did I
face
say?
lie.
Come watch it with me on how I do them dishes. I
All
let
right.
them soak for like an hour.
Y'all,
And
we're
then
going to
I'm
take a
coming in
field trip to Dave's kitchen and watch him do a set of dishes.
So it sounds like we need to do the house party at Dave's house instead
that's
of your
right.
house.
That's true.
Karaoke parties
Come
we
on
moved
by.
to Dave's house just so we can watch him do dishes.
That's right. See if you can get in. Good luck.
Hey, I suppose we actually do have some basketball to talk about. Let's get to that. We do have a lot of injury updates on tonight's game. We will get to those in a second. Also, quick note on that. We are pre-recording tonight's pregame. This is not live. We're recording this between 5 and 6 p.m. So if there are any breaking news things as far as injuries go and who's in and who's out tonight, as of right now, Coby White still listed as questionable for the Bulls. I believe Cam Johnson still listed as questionable for the Nets, but we know everything else. But before that, sort of is like a reset. The Bulls are 8-13, aka 21 games into 82. They are officially a fourth of the way through the season. Let's all celebrate that for a quick second. Love that. Between that and the fact that they were bounced out of the play-in tournament, why did I always say play-in tournament? My God.
It's okay. They just changed it this year, man.
I know, but it was the
okay.
in-season tournament, and now it's the Emirates NBA Cup.
Yeah.
Clearly, my brain is just always worried about the play-in tournament.
Yes, it is.
The thing none of us want.
That is fair.
Or, hey, maybe some of you do. But
No, you don't.
the loss to the Celtics Friday bounced the Bulls. They finished 2-2 in group play. With that, and with being a quarter of the way through the season, it seems like a good time to sort of like take stock of like, okay, where do the Bulls go from here?
Okay.
And do their goals and objectives and maybe Billy's minute allotments change because they do not have the NBA Cup knockout stage staring them down?
Okay.
What do you think, Dave?
I think Billy wants to win. And I've never seen him do anything to showcase anything but that. Even in seasons where you and other people thought that they should still be losing, he was trying to win. Even in this season where I think that they should be doing their best to keep this pick, he's trying to win. And again, that's what you pay your coach for, right? Is to get out there on the floor and put his best foot forward, because he has to think, again, long and hard about what he might do after this. He's not going to be the coach of the Bulls forever. Let's say he leaves. When you look at a resume and say, oh, yeah, you went and said, oh, no, we're going to go ahead and lose, you're not going to be the coach of this team anymore. So I get why, and I appreciate the competitor in him, and I think that will never, ever change with a guy like Billy Donovan. And I don't want it to. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't feel like it's up to him to make those kind of decisions. It's honestly up to the guys upstairs, with the guys that they're going to have on this roster to take away some of those things that Billy might want to put in. So, of course, you're going to want to play Torrey Craig or Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic all those minutes. They're your best players, and they allow you to have an opportunity to win the game. Of course, Coby White's going to get those minutes, and Ayo and stuff like that. Of course, he's not going to play Modest the minutes that we want him to. He's a rookie. He doesn't have that faith in him to get out there and do those things yet. So, yes, Billy is trying to win. Do I want him to? Do we want him to? Nah, that's different. But I think he's out there trying to win, Will.
Oh, there's no doubt he's trying to win. Because every game they lose goes on his record.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's why I always wonder about the coach's position when they talk about, hey, we've got to start now planning for the future. And by planning for the future, we prefer not to lose our draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
So that means correct me if I'm wrong, they have to stay within the top 10, right?
Correct. If their pick is anywhere between 1 and 10, they keep it.
Right. So it's not top 9, but it's top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think we would all be in agreement to say that they need to keep that pick.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So that means that you got to be very careful how many games you win. Okay. And that's the hard part for a coach, because get called in the old office and be like, hey, listen. And this is maybe where you quietly, which this organization seems to do, maybe he quietly gets another year added to his contract.
Oh, the good old Bulls secret extension.
Oh, man.
Everybody gets one.
Man.
Because it's, everybody, for this to work, everybody has to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was the interesting thing. I started thinking about that year when I was in San Antonio. We went 20-62.
Mm-hmm.
I started thinking about, man, did Pop come up with tanking before it even existed? But then
Pioneer.
I realized that every night sitting in that locker room, a couple things happened. One, because of the players that were injured and because of their insurance policies, if they played a certain number of games, then they couldn't be reimbursed by the insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
So some guys missed a lot of games.
Sure.
So that, their contracts could be paid via insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember thinking, man, maybe we were tanking. But then I started thinking about the roster, and I was like, nah, we just weren't that good. We had more CBA guys on our roster than NBA guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about that. But that's the interesting part, because we keep having this discussion about, on paper, this team's not bad.
Yeah.
And Lonzo Ball did, I'm sure you guys saw the highlight. He did I don't know whose podcast it was, but he even talked about it. He goes, our team's not as bad as people think it is.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's
right.
And that's going to be up to Billy to figure that out.
And that's the other thing. And, mentioning Lonzo, is he one of a handful of these veteran players when you talk about does Billy's strategy shift and maybe prioritize more minutes for a young rookie like Modest down the stretch of this season if now we need to really focus on that top 10 pick being a priority? Can he balance that and also between now and the February trade deadline really showcase a player like Lonzo Ball and or Zach LaVine and or Nikola Vucevic, all three of whom, now that Lonzo's back and healthy again, knock on wood, look good. Lonzo even played more minutes than we thought he was allowed in their game on Friday. Billy closed with him down the fourth quarter, and he ended up playing 22 minutes when we thought he was on a 15-minute restriction.
Which is now 18.
Right. That's been bumped up to 18 for tonight's game and moving forward. And we all, Will, you've talked about it. We've all shed praise on Vooch for the start to the season that he's having. I mean, 20 and 10, double-doubles basically every night. I saw a stat recently where it's like, 20 and 10 games with 55% shooting, 45% from three on a certain volume of three-pointers, and it's a two-name list, and it's Joker and Vooch so far this season.
Wow.
Like, Vooch is playing really well, and that is a contract and a player that some teams might find serviceable.
Well, I mean,
so how do you make sure that Zach and Vooch and Lonzo keep looking good and doing so in significant minutes while maybe partially shifting course to working on protecting that pick.
But I don't think they have to play significant minutes in order for that to happen.
Do tell, Will Perdue.
Because I think your definition of significant and my definition of significant are different.
What's yours?
I think that, this is what I think I'd like to see happen. Right? This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you know what? They all stink. Right? But I think Vooch deserves for them to put him in a position to make the all-star team. Okay? Because I guarantee you he's got bonuses in his contract. So if you're not going to allow him the ability to try to get to that all-star game, then you should actually pay that. That's not going to happen. So allow him, meaning he's the guy. If there's anybody that plays significant minutes by your definition, which in this case I think is 35 or more per game, it should be Vooch for that reason. Okay? I think you can play Lonzo, Zach. Who else have they all agreed? Because that was the other thing. I was trying to figure out who's untouchable. Nobody's actually untouchable.
Not one person.
Not a damn one.
The guys they're not shopping, probably Kobe, and maybe that's it, right? It's hard to say, but
Hold on, Will. Hold on. Let's pay a bill first. I want to come back to this, but let's pay this bill first.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Back to this, man. We'll be right back after this. More with Will Perdue and his thoughts. Pre-game, CHGO Bulls. Beer! Oh, people drink it. They love it. They got to have it in their system. If you're 21 and over, drink responsibly. Between work, social media, and the choices life throws our way, it's no wonder we're more worked up. Coors Light celebrates rising above and choosing a chill mindset. Why not turn that rained-out barbecue into the Will to Go Gottlieb and Will Perdue 55th annual house party now being held at my house?
Dave's hosting.
None of you will know the code to get in. Or, after a tough loss, settle scores with the Ice Cold Peace offering. Make the choice to choose chill, then reach for a cold Coors Light. It is mountain cold refreshment because when those mountains turn blue, oh yes, you know what to do. It's cold lager, cold filter, and cold package for a smoother finish. So when you embrace the chill mind state, it's a great time to crack open a frosty cold Coors Light, that mountain cold refreshment that is crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Put the extras in there. Make the most of times to choose chill. Choose Coors Light. Get it delivered straight to your door via Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/CHGO Basketball. CoorsLight.com/CHGO Basketball. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
For you single guys, I mean, Instacart's anything. Could you guys set up a date on Instacart?
Too many jokes.
I don't know.
Too many jokes.
Like theoretically, you can DM with your Instacart delivery service person.
Yeah.
And in those DMs on Instacart could probably be like, hey, what you up to tonight? You did a really great job getting my groceries.
I never even thought of that. I wonder where Peck came up with that one.
A great starting point of like equals in a relationship. Like, hey, thanks for bringing me my groceries. Would you like to go out on a date?
That'd be really smooth. You order all this stuff to cook, and then she delivers it, and you're like, hey, you want to stay for dinner?
It's creepy as hell.
I like that.
It's one of two things.
It's only creepy if she said so. If she says it's creepy, it's creepy. Some people make commercials of this stuff, and it works, man. Don't believe TV, kids. But believe this one.
I shouldn't have brought that up.
Come on, Will. You know how we do.
Back to what Will was saying.
Okay, so I think you could still play Zach enough. So basically, are the three players, I want to make sure we're all on the same page, are the three players that they're shopping are Lonzo, Zach, and Vooch?
According to the latest report from Jake Fisher.
Okay, anybody else?
I've heard Patrick Williams' name come up.
I have also, yes. I believe that was also Jake Fisher who said the Bulls are now more than ever before willing to listen to offers for Patrick.
Shopping and willing to listen are two different things. But let's just stick with those three for the moment. I think we can take Zach and Lonzo, maximize their minutes, but also limit their minutes without Lonzo, you actually know you're doing it, but without vocalizing Zach, the fact that the minute he doesn't start playing 30 minutes a game, you know what's happening. Mm-hmm. But I think as long as he gets 20 plus, stays healthy and productive, that's what they need to continue to do. Mm-hmm. And then, to me, that does two things. One, puts himself in their best position to shop him, to put him out there and show that he is healthy and he is playing consistently game after game after game, number one. But two, because you're not playing him 30-plus, probably helps your chances to play hard, play well, but lose. Still keep that draft pick. And the same thing with Lonzo.
Okay.
And then at the same time, do what we all want to happen is see Modest play a lot of minutes. Dalen.
Modest.
No, the kid from Tennessee.
Julian Phillips.
Julian Phillips. Try to get those guys 20-plus a night to let them expand on their game, let them improve, and let the front office have a true evaluation of where these guys are and where they think they can get to. Because I think we now know Io continually answers the bell about, hey, you think Io's going to get better this year? Bingo, he is.
Yes.
Like we know what Coby is, okay? We can sit here and have a discussion about what we think Patrick is, but I think we now know this, okay? Because I will honestly say I thought one of his biggest obstacles was DeMar.
Okay.
Because he just didn't have it in his nature to step in front of DeMar and say, I got this. He basically, I think just because of his mentality and his personality was like, hey, go right ahead. So I kind of felt once we take him out of the picture, we'll truly understand how good this guy can be. What I haven't seen, and I texted Matt about this, so it's been 21 games. He's played, 15?
15 of their 21.
And I told you, I said, give it 20 games. Well, he's had 15. Hasn't necessarily been 100%, but we haven't seen that aggression that we had hoped to see. We haven't seen a significant change in his approach and how he plays the game.
That's fair.
No change in approach. You've seen a slight uptick in his three-point attempt rate. I think he's at like 4.7 per game right now, which would be a career high as far as season by season. He is knocking him down still at not quite 40%, but very efficiently, near 40%. He's also rebounding the ball more. He's averaging 5 whopping rebounds per game, which would be a career high.
That's my point. I think we're now looking at a situation where he's a guy that's going to give you between 9 and 12 points a game.
Every year of his career, he's been between 9 and 12.
Anywhere between 4 and 7 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also think but here's the thing. Maybe we now start changing who we think he is or what he should be and just now go, hey, maybe this is a 3-and-D guy.
I think that a lot of people have resigned themselves to him being that and nothing more than that. But again, there's also that trigger that Bulls fans have of like, if we let him go, if the Bulls get an offer for Patrick that they like, and decide that they don't actually want him to be around for 5 years, will he blossom into something else if he leaves and finds a different situation with a different team?
Got to take that risk.
I said, I think like a week or two ago, I don't worry about that with Pat as much because he continues to show us that he's the same player all the time.
Yeah, there hasn't been that flash. Kind of like with Lowry. We saw constant flashes with Lowry when he would be out there playing to be like, oh, this dude might be something out here. And then they made the decision. And not saying it was a right or wrong decision that they made, but then they made the decision to let him go, and he blossomed into this. Patrick Williams, the flashes we all saw were kind of like his first year. His rookie season, we definitely saw that flash. And then when he came back off the wrist injury and had that big game against Minnesota, that was it. And then after that, you're like, well, what can you hang your hat on? After that, it's been just really just up and down for him ever since. And nothing to be like, nah, man, this dude could be 20-10. Like, we've said a lot of what you like to say, Will Perdue, pump your brakes on Patrick Williams. You know, don't think 20-10. Change how you think he might be. We don't know if he can be this guy. So for those reasons, I think it's a little bit different than it was for other players. Like I felt about Daniel Gafford, who I definitely saw flashes from, and who I felt about Lauri Markkanen, who I definitely saw flashes from.
Well, what you wanted to see was the ideal situation for a player, whether it be Gafford, whether it be Lowry, whether it be P. Will, to succeed. And I always felt like as long as DeMar was here, it was not going to be the perfect situation.
Sure.
The minute that DeMar left and P. Will signed, I'm like, all right, man, there's no excuses now.
No excuses.
This is the perfect situation because the Bulls basically told you that they have faith in you because they re-signed you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, I will credit the Bulls. I know a lot of people thought he got overpaid, but at the end of the day, his contract is easily tradable.
Yeah.
I think
very much so.
Mm-hmm.
I think whether people want to agree or not, he got market value.
Yep.
Okay. Because
that's what 3-and-D startable players make these days.
I mean,
who aren't stars.
True.
But stars make, 23 or over.
Mm-hmm.
Average role players are making 8 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
We all listen. I always thought he would be better than he's shown. Unless something dramatic happens in the next 20 games, 10 games, I think we now can make an evaluation of what he is and what he's going to be.
Yeah. And hopefully we can build on the 15-game sample size soon. And actually, let's shift gears and touch on injury report for tonight's game because we do have a Patrick Williams update.
Okay.
So first of all, this is from our guy Will the Goat Gottlieb. Coby White, with that ankle he rolled in the Friday game against Boston, will not play tonight. He was given the questionable tag. Coby is out tonight.
Okay.
Hopefully, if he spends Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday resting, maybe ready for that back-to-back for Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
So no Coby, but also on top of that, Goat tweeting, Patrick Williams, according to Billy Donovan, started ramping up and is feeling good. He participated in some of shoot-around today, so we could be nearing the return of one Patrick Williams.
Okay.
I always get scared about the ramp-up clause, but
Go ahead.
All right, so might as well have a little fun here with the pregame show.
Uh-oh. I'm scared now.
No. How about let's make a little wager?
What?
Yeah.
Say no. Don't be scared. Come gamble with a pro athlete.
I like a wager. Just ask my friend C. Red Fred.
Let's just talk about dinner.
Okay.
I'm gonna say IO over under 21.5.
Ooh, in tonight's game?
Yeah, with no Coby.
21.5 points.
Yep.
Oh man.
You still got Zach out there. You still got Vooch out there. I'm gonna say under.
Dang. Oh, that's tough, Will.
Did I throw a good number out there?
You did. That's because I feel like it's achievable, especially against the team they're playing.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't play defense?
That doesn't play defense.
Remember the last game was 120, 112.
Yeah, it's achievable.
In the last, how many games opponents have reached 100 in the third quarter? I mean, I think this game's going to be up and down. It's going to be high scoring.
Oh man,
not a lot of defense going to be played.
See, I'm gonna go over. So I got dinner with Peck. I got 21.5.
Okay.
I'm going over. Peck's going under.
I'm gonna go. I'm a horrible gambler. I'm gonna go over.
I'll stay. Exactly 21.5. Oh, he's gonna be the first NBA player to score a half a point.
You know what Dave is? You know what Dave is?
Tell me.
When you're playing blackjack and the dealer takes that second card and flips it over for himself and it's an ace, before he can even stack it, Dave's like, insurance?
I don't even know what that means.
That means you keep your bet and the hand's over for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can do that?
Yeah.
You can.
Because like say you had 19, right? Because your cards are up.
Yeah.
And the dealer, his first card's down and the second card goes up. And before he sticks it in that little card reader, he goes, insurance, which means you can insurance. And I guess you either keep your whole bet or you keep half or whatever. And then you're done with the hand.
All right, guys, we're almost out of time. But so real quick, I'm good with that bet. Whatever the dinner is. And if it's pizzas, I'll buy the pizzas if I lose the bet. But every single piece of pizza is having Jardinere on it. We'll watch out.
Save me 3 squares.
Okay. For the Nets, Cam Johnson, I mentioned, has been ruled out with the ankle. He was the only one questionable. Also out, Cam Thomas, who dropped 32 on the Bulls in the loss back in November. Ben Simmons, he's got a knee, he's got a back, he's got an everything. He's out. Dorian Finney-Smith, out. Zaire Williams, out. Noah Clowney, out. Day'Ron Sharpe, out. And Bojan Bogdanovic, who has yet to make his return this season, out. That is a beatable team. You mentioned the defense real quick, Sarah. Do you have those defensive numbers that the Nets are responsible for. They are the second worst team as far as holding their opponents effective field goal percentage wise at 56.3. And despite that, the Bulls only managed an effective field goal percentage night of 52.8 in their loss to Brooklyn back on November 1st. The middle of the path, even somewhat respectable when it comes to Brooklyn forcing turnovers and protecting their defensive glass. You see their 10th and 15th. But they are also the second worst team in the NBA when it comes to putting their opponents on the foul line. The Bulls did capitalize on that. That's one of the things they did well in their loss to Brooklyn on November 1st. They got to the free throw line 24 times, well above their season average in free throw attempts. But between that and everybody out for Brooklyn, the Bulls are going to play no defense because they never play defense. But I don't think this Brooklyn team is going to be capable of much decent defense tonight either.
There wasn't a lot in the last game. The Nets shot 52%.
They did.
Okay. But three numbers that stand out. The Bulls had more turnovers, 16-11.
Mm-hmm.
The Nets had more fast break points, 19-10.
Okay.
And the Nets outscored the Bulls in points in the paint, 66-40, meaning there was no interior defense.
That's a mollywhopping.
Damn.
Yeah. No interior defense, no perimeter defense, and actually the Nets are a good three-point shooting team.
They were not in that game. They shot 31%.
Yes, exactly.
So
the Bulls stayed in it by shooting a better percentage on a higher volume.
But I will say this. After saying all that, they're going to win this game.
Who, the Bulls?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Did you just hear the number of players I listed as out for Brooklyn?
My point is the fans are going to be torn.
Natalie Imbruglia. We'll see. We'll see. This is not a great Nets team. They're 9-12. They're currently 9th in the East, right in that sweet spot where the Bulls want to be, aka the back half of the play-in tournament standings. They're a beatable team, but the Bulls can beat anybody. The Bulls can lose to anybody. It's all about whether or not they are running that offense smoothly because we know they're going to give up points.
As Will says all the time, the Bulls play up or down to their competition all the time.
They do.
I know we're running out of time here.
Real quick.
I know it's really early. It's only 21 games. But if the season were to end right now, what pick would the Bulls have?
Well, you want me to give you a quick tankathon spin? Because as of right now,
you got to take it all ready to go on his laptop.
It's not like I always have it pulled up on a tab.
He's ready to go.
I'm just saying,
Just saying.
The Bulls are currently slotted 7th in the NBA draft lottery standings.
Okay.
And let's see. Let's give it a spin. Give it a spin.
Slotted 7th. And after a tankathon spin,
Sim Lottery, Bulls 8th, dropping one spot.
Okay. So staying within their top 10.
But do they – but that –
if the Bulls finish with one of the 6 worst records in the NBA, they cannot fall all the way to 11th. That is the one I'm looking at.
That's the
one I'm going to keep yelling about.
That's the insurance.
So you eliminate any mathematical possibility of deferring your pick to San Antonio.
That was my next question.
If you finish with one of the 6 worst records.
You're definitely not catching Washington, who didn't win a single game in November.
No. But hey, Philly, they're 4-14. They can turn it around.
They can, and they want to.
Charlotte, 6-14. They can string some wins together.
They want to.
Yeah.
That's what's important about the two teams he just said. They want to turn it around. They are looking forward to getting more wins going, especially Philly.
Toronto, 6-15. Have we even played them yet?
They're not looking.
I know, but we could lose to them 3 times. The Bulls are a horrible matchup with Toronto. Always have been.
Yeah, they struggle against Toronto. So yeah, they could lose to them too. But we'll see. We'll see.
We shall see. Either way, we'll be right back here for postgame live after Bulls Nets. Thanks for watching CHGO Bulls pregame presented by Coors Light. Don't forget to do that shopping. Cyber Monday sale going on now. Do it at halftime. Do it while you're watching the game. Multitask. And also take advantage of that incredible 36 for 36 offer right now. Just $36 for an annual membership to become a CHGO diehard. But the sale is only lasting for a 36-hour window. So act fast.
That's a Purdue-esque deal.
That's right.
Come on.
We got to get out of here. We got CHGO Blackhawks coming too. Yeah, like I said, we'll see you for postgame. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy ball night. See you, Robbie. Good.
See you, Bear.
We all silly like the mayor.